Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. This drive will begin with a run from Achane until about the 23. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And Mostert going to pick up the Dolphins' first down as he'll get this up to the 32. The Dolphins sit 9-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When you talk about this Jets defense, there are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10.
All right, let's go. Out.
They go back to the ground game with Achane. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Yeah.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On play action, here's Tua, rolling to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. He'll diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
21G. Step. Out.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, third and goal. Now Tua. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Achane is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Help!
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's got it. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Jets nothing.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. In motion right, that's Wilson. Now Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Rodgers. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Jets' 47-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert, fighting his way through contact. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. This one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. This is intercepted, intended for Hill. Adrian Amos with a pick. Now he's loose down the left sideline. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And it's a touchdown from the Jets. Breece Hall from 6 yards away. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Jets 14, Dolphins 7. Brings Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. He completes it to Wilson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
All right, let's go.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the act.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Rodgers. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 10.
26.
Now Rodgers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Looking to pass. Tua. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Rodgers now on first down. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this.
Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Wilson. They'll line up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On second down, a run by H.A. And down he'll go at the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jets 21, Dolphins 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Off partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They run for it. Achane. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Tua going to throw. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Achane. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Sauce Gardner puts it off, and the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
At the 29-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, a run with Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? On third and long, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Jets.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes...
The way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, 43 yards. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins 7. Brings Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his second TD in the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Hey, 626.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Rodgers pass.
Here's 1st and 10.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Rodgers throwing here. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. One final try for Tagovailoa. One last shot at the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they